So today's video was filmed in October at the Albuquerque Balloon Fiesta. We tour Mark and Julie of RV Loves RV. They have a Tiffin, and of course we have a Newmar, even though we're transitioning to an Airstream. And
not confusing at all.
No. But we still wanted to show this because this is part of our research process, I guess, also, was talking to people and seeing what they have. And, you know, they don't have some things that we have in ours, and we have some things that they don't have in theirs. And so it's always neat to be learning more and touring other people's RVs.
And meeting new friends.
Yes, definitely. These guys are awesome.
Yes.
Check them out, rvlove.com. They've also all over social media. So.
Welcome to our pointing cameras at each other.
It was expected, yeah. Okay, so we've got Newmar, they've got a Tiffin. What's your model number?
35 QBA.
35 QBA. That was really good, you guys.
They practiced that.
Got it down, man. Let's take a look around. The first thing that stands out to me is, so you got, how many, you got 4 slides?
We're 4 slides, yeah. We have opposing slides in the living room and opposing slides in the back part where the office and the bedroom are. So it really makes it very spacious for a smaller coach.
Yeah, that's the first thing that stands out. And I'm loving, I know she really loves the white. It's just
the
really
light color.
fresh and natural, and it makes it feel bigger and open and airy. And when you go from one RV to the next and look at one that has dark decor, and then you go to another one that has a light decor, it just feels better.
The vinyl tiles.
Vinyl tiles, okay.
Which we've had to replace a couple of them. A couple of them got scuffed up, but it's cool because all you got, you just peel them up and put a new one down. That's really nice. We like that feature. And we also like, with the 4 slides, as you might have noticed, Julie's not super tall, and so when you have slides when you have cupboards inside a slide, it lowers them down off the ceiling, because when they're not in a slide, you see how they're high they are. Julie can't reach these, but when they're in a slide, they're a lot easier to reach. You can access everything pretty much when the slides are in. It gets pretty narrow. This is your narrowest spot.
Is this a 6 or an 8? Do you have 4 shelves? It's an 8. Okay, so it's the same size as ours.
Which we find is just fine, but we don't drink sodas and fill the fridge with beer or anything like that. So I know that's an issue for some people. But you can put a separate cooler in under the basement for that kind of a thing. But food-wise, it's fine.
Do y'all shop how often?
We'll probably go and do a big shop every other week. We go to Costco maybe once every 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, so you can bulk shop?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Some things. I've learned how to pack it in there.
We haven't mastered the bulk shopping.
Well, I think a third of our fridge is toddler snacks and yogurts, and it's
you get a whole other little body to feed in.
She eats like a grown-up.
Yours is 2012, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and ours is 2011. I don't know when Newmar. I think they've gone to these now, surely. But your day and night shades are a lot better than ours.
Really?
Yeah, we got the old school.
Accordion?
Accordion pleated, yes.
That was, we made a list of like must-haves in the RV, and that was one, is we really wanted these, not the accordion pleat style. And the reason we also wanted a 2012 was flush countertops in the kitchen. And ours has got the microwave and convection all in one. Of course, like most RVs, I'd never used a convection until I moved into an RV.
And then you love it.
I do, because it came with an oven. I didn't really want an oven, I wanted the storage, but I just used the oven for storage, like Carrie Bradshaw, and learned how to use the convection. And since I've learned how to use that, I've never used the oven for cooking at all. It's just a hassle because I have to light the pilot light, have to get everything out, and then wait till it cools down and put it back, and I've got stuff everywhere, and that's just easier.
And this one, I think this is the same. Does this fold up and sort of sit in the back when you don't need it?
I just
yours comes out.
it,
Okay.
And then I'll just like pop it down here, keep it out of the way. And I very rarely use that back 2 burners. Mostly I just use the one.
I'm amazed nobody needs 3 burners. Have you ever used 3 burners?
I've used 2.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever used 3.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of the newer ones are going to the 2-burner electric layout.
These stay here even when we're driving. They don't move because they've got rubber bottoms, and they're stackable, and they can double as salad bowls or whatever. But I can put all my dirty dishes behind here, like this week we're boondocking. Can put all dirty behind there and still have counter space. And I've seen so many RV kitchens where you've got such a tiny amount that you don't have anywhere to put your dirty dishes. So.
Of course, you don't have the washer dryer because this is 36 feet. Ours is 39.
Right, and well, you know, and that was one thing when we were looking at coaches. We thought about washer dryer. We've heard from other folks. In fact, someone we talked to when they were a 20-year full-time couple, and
it was on our first trip.
Yeah,
and
they said,
Tahoe.
What advice would you have for us? Like, well, it's too late for that. You didn't get a washer dryer.
I'm like, gee, thanks. I've never missed it. How many times have I said to you, Gosh, I really wish we had a washer dryer.
Yeah,
We
we
never
have
said
it.
it once. I just go to the campground laundry.
Yeah, most campgrounds we stay at have laundries. We mostly stay in campgrounds. And one of the advantages of not having a washer dryer is the space that would normally be used for washer and dryer is used for us for
Closet
more
space.
clothes. So we can go 2-3 weeks without using laundry.
Yeah,
And then we go to a campground laundry and do like 4 loads at once and boom,
Yeah.
done in an hour and a half. So
I like
Cool.
that.
yeah. This is one of the biggest differences in our coach versus a lot of others is this was originally a bunkhouse model. There would have been another bunk here, so there would have been 2 bunk beds, one down low and one here. Took that out, turned it into an office, and because I really like having a dedicated office space with quality ergonomics. At the end of the workday, I'm able to just put a curtain off, and it's gone because it's not part of the main living area, and it's not part of the bedroom. It's just kind of the hallway, really. So
Yeah, I think that's a real
like
struggle,
that.
work-life balance, when you've got such a small space to be able to
work-life balance
have
is
something
yeah,
off to the
it's
side
got to
for
be a
that.
big priority
Yeah.
if it's if you want to maintain it. So.
We haven't figured that out yet. When I'm working, I mean, they can see me working, so it's really hard. Like, I wish I had a wizard curtain or something to be.
He's printed off a sign, and
Hensley grabbed that and ripped it
he'll
up.
hang it on his chair that says he's working. Yeah,
good.
and then Hensley destroyed that. And then I have to literally email my husband questions.
When I'm working, I said I'm going to work. So I'm like, view it as like I'm going to an office. Would you ask me this, call me and say, hey, honey, have you seen this soap? So
That's hard.
It's hard
is,
though,
when
because I know
somebody's sitting right there
right
and
there,
you have a
but
question on your mind.
I know,
So
I
are
mean,
you pretty
I
disciplined?
focus.
You don't bother him?
He's on conference calls and he needs privacy, and I'll be on calls on FaceTime or Skype if I'm doing a coaching client call, and we can just close this
Yeah.
and literally have a physical separation of space, and we'll often do that on your big conference call days.
So he's
Yes,
at work.
I do
you're
still
at
get
work.
phone. I still do get questions that are. Have you seen my charger?
Yes.
Have you seen-
That was what because I'm bad for that.
We have the posing slides back here too. It's also very spacious here.
It was typical RV beige and brown, and it was just so dull. And we live in this really amazing, exciting, adventurous life, and it's like, I want my bedroom to reflect, fun and colour and life, and not be so drab. And so a girlfriend of mine in Australia is an interior stylist, and sent her some photos, and she's a wizard. She just gave me some tips, and voila! We had put some little, see how it's all brown on the back there? So we put these little tension rods with voile here, and Mark made another valance, which we covered with we ordered 2 of these duvets and used one to make a valance so it all matched. So, it just kind of visually opens it up, makes it lighter, not so dark and not so...
Yeah, and I was a little concerned when she said she wanted a lantern or like a light from the ceiling, because I didn't want to go through all the trouble of wiring and stuff. But we just put an LED candle inside this that's on a timer, and so it comes on in the evening, and it has like a nice dim light in here. But it was something
Cool,
simple.
yeah.
And, of course, we had a TV in
Yeah,
the bedroom, and we took it out.
yeah, because we don't have. we
Where
don't watch
was
TV.
it at when it was in here?
Right
Oh,
there.
so it was right
Take
there?
it off, they will.
Oh wow. So that's your bit of safe back there or something. Oh no.
Yeah, just to see.
Okay.
That was a TV, but we don't watch TV, and it's bulky, and it was in the way when you
Yeah.
walk through here, and it's heavy.
Yeah.
And we no sense carrying around weight for stuff you don't use.
Image that we took at the Monterey Aquarium, which kind of tied in with the,
Yeah.
aquamarine type theme here, and just got a custom canvas print made to size. So
And this is all storage, I
It's
guess.
all
or clothes,
closet.
yeah.
All closet. Julie and Mark.
Yeah.
We know how that is.
Yep.
Major design things that I've not been happy with, because we were pretty thorough with our research.
very.
We spent a lot of time thinking about what it is, and which is testament to that we've been 2.5 years almost, and we're super happy with our setup.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Good. It says a lot. Yeah.
And this is the first RV we've ever owned. We've
Yeah,
never
wow.
owned one before. This bathroom actually has more storage space than our townhome bathroom did. These cupboards here are actually really quite deep. I mean, just boring stuff in there, but a lot of cleaning things and hair products, and this is pretty good size.
Oh, yeah, you got a
Yeah.
seat. Maria's
Yeah,
gonna be
you do have a
jealous.
seat in there.
She's gonna be jealous.
That's the timeout seat. No. And these are all quite spacious, and another cupboard here. This was originally a booth dinette because this is a bunkhouse model. It's designed for families and we don't have kids. So I was just finding that it was I don't know, I just felt like a booth donut. So we took that table out, and then I put an ottoman at the back here, which is the same height as those seats, which creates U-shaped seating, and just got it's pretty much a little bar table, and it's small, but it's good for us. And you know, we can always put a bigger tabletop on if we want, but so far that's working really well. It's just a little more cozy to sit and chat.
Normally this space is Julie's office. We call it the executive suite because it's all the glass. It's the corners window suite. And so it's normally Julie's space. But when we dry camp, we don't have solar and we don't have all the fancy stuff to be able to run regular power in my office. And so the only power I have is from the 12 volt with a portable inverter. And so I use that inverter when we're dry camping or boondocking. And so this is all my stuff here, not Julie's.
Okay.
Julie's work stuff.
But we have a generator, we have a 7,000 watt generator, so we can run power when we're boondocking with that, but we just prefer not to run it all of the time because of the, you know,
3/4 of a gallon an hour
smell,
plus the smell and the noise.
Yeah.
So we tried it. This has been a great solution because I'm able to work better part of the day just off the batteries with that little inverter without having to run the jank. Just recharge them at the end of the day. So.
Laptop tray works really well as like
I
keyboard
definitely
tray.
wish ours had that.
Yours doesn't have that?
No, it doesn't have that.
Oh, wow.
That's a big deal. Yeah, it's big for
That
us.
is- that
Because
would
she's
be a
working
big
going
deal.
down the road a lot.
A lot of the must-have list I know is a lot. You don't know what you don't know until
Right.
you really do a lot of
Sure.
research and look at a
Yeah.
lot of RVs. And I think that's what a lot of people get into at the start is they don't take the time and effort to look at a lot of RVs to see what
Yeah.
they don't know.
Right.
Like somebody might not even think of that trade
Yeah.
until it's too late. like I'm not gonna say who, but you know.
It was overwhelming, especially
it's a
when
lot.
you're new. If you haven't been RVing before, and there are so many different kinds out there. For me, it was completely overwhelming at the beginning, but we were just persistent.
you
We did spend a lot, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours. We
So
didn't have kids.
this was a TV as well, right? I'm
It
assuming.
was.
That was also
Yeah,
a TV,
okay.
yeah. Took that off and
So-
put another custom-sized frame and of a picture that helps inspire more travel.
So appreciate Mark and Julie letting us into their home. Some similarities between ours, but definitely some differences between ours too. And the overall theme I saw was they did way better research than we did as far as the must-haves. But we're learning, and I'm sure they're learning too. And it's really tough to get everything 100% right, but it sounds like they did a really good job picking the right RV for them. And so this is our tour of their RV, but if you want to see them give a tour of our RV, did I get all that right?
Yeah.
I'll put a link in the description below, and you can definitely go to RV Love's YouTube channel and check that out as well.